Somehow, it is April. And that means Camp Nano. I don't know how this has happened already. Hey Ecofictologists, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lovis and somehow it is April. It is inconceivably somehow already that time of year where Camp Nano rolls around. How? I don't know. How is the first quarter of 2022 already over? I'm not okay with it. But Camp Nano, it's here. So it's only fitting that I give you an idea of what I'm doing for Camp Nano, what my goals are, what project I'm working on, how I'm approaching Camp Nano, how to stay, happy and keep your mental health up and okay during the stress that is Camp Nano. And I haven't really spoken about my writing and my projects in a little while, so I'm here to update you. I haven't told that many people this, I haven't talked about it with that many people, but for the time being, I have put my eco-fantasy novel on a bit of a back burner. Don't worry, I will get to it again. It's just something was missing, something wasn't quite working. The outline was a nightmare, and normally I really like the outlining process, but for this I couldn't make it do what I really wanted it to do. There was something missing, and the joy, I think it was the joy, had just abandoned me at that moment in time. And funnily enough, that is when a shiny new idea appeared to me and completely derailed me. But for the better, I am so excited about this new idea that I kind of did just drop everything and chase this shiny new idea. And I'm here to tell you that sometimes that is fine, and sometimes that is the right thing for you and your writing, because I don't think that me banging my head against my eco-fantasy project when it wasn't working would have gotten me anywhere, and I was really unhappy about it. And since working on this new idea, the joy in writing is back, and I'm having fun with it, I'm having new ideas, the creativity is flowing. So sometimes the fact that you get a shiny new idea is an indication that maybe your brain will be happier working on something else, and that's okay. I've been workshopping the new idea for a couple of months now. It's going to be an urban fantasy episodic procedural kind of serial series, and my goal for Camp Nano is to write episode 1. So the basic premise of my episodic procedural is that there is an ecologist who builds population dynamics models during her PhD. Where did I get that idea from? I don't know. And she gets pulled into the world of illegal trade of mythical creatures. Yes, this is a shameless self-insert in terms of putting what I do in my daily life into this story. I build population dynamics models and movement models. That's what I did for my PhD. But that is where the self-insert stops, I swear. Apart from her love of takeaway, because anyone who knows me knows I am addicted to takeaway food. But that is where it stops. I have spent the month of March trying to outline this episode, and trying is the operative word here. I like writing from an outline. It gives me somewhere to start if I'm feeling uninspired that day, and most of all, it makes dictation so much easier. It means that I can get the most out of dictation. There is nothing worse than wanting to dictate and then thinking, what should I dictate? And it's so off-putting. And if I'm going to walk the dog for like 30 minutes in the morning, I don't want to spend 10 of those minutes deciding what to dictate. I just want to run with it. So if I have an outline and I know my beats and I know my scenes, then I can just go. The exact structure eluded me for ages because it's kind of a strange combination of things. I tried using the 5-act structure that Brittany Wang used for her serial series that she outlined in her own video, which I will link below. She used a lot of details from Shonda Rhimes' masterclass, which I loved, and she used the beats from Save the Cat and morphed the two together into a 5-act structure. So I kind of took that as a base template, but because I have a procedural element to my series, I also did a lot of research on TV procedurals and the 1-hour drama and the structure of that kind of plot line. And so I'm kind of morphing the two together. If you're interested in my outlining process, I could potentially do a video once I figure it out, and probably once I've written this episode to, give it a test run. I could do an episode on my outlining structure because it is, it's the combination of a plot-driven episode structure, but a character-driven season structure, if that makes any sense. So the characters don't change very much over the course of a short episode, but they might over a season or several seasons. So let me know if that's interesting to you, and I might make a video about it. So anyway, we have our ecologist, we have our population dynamics models, so we need those mythical creatures. And I have been designing some mythical creatures, which has been a whole lot of fun. I am building them with population dynamics models in mind, so I'm approaching it from a very zoological perspective. I'm gonna know what they eat, how they move, how they breed, to such a degree that I could plug them into a model if I wanted to, which I might. I'm thinking each episode will probably be somewhere between 25,000 and 40,000 words, so it'll be novella length. But really, depending how fast-paced I want it and how much actual information about population dynamics I want to get in there, we'll just see how long it gets. If it turns into a full novel, I'm not mad about it, but I'm quite happy with it being a shorter form. But my Camp Nano goal is not actually a word count goal, because I don't know how long it's really gonna be. So what I'm doing is I'm taking another leaf out of Brittany Wang's book and I'm copying basically her Camp Nano goal of using beats. So I know how many beats I want to hit within the arc of this episode, and so I can track which beat I have finished and track my progress that way. My real Camp Nano goal is to finish my draft 1 of episode 1, but I am going to be putting 15 into the Nano website because I want to hit 15 beats. Those are my beats. And so I can hit a beat every 2 days, which I reckon I can manage. One beat might be comprised of several scenes, but I haven't quite broken my outline into scenes yet. I might have to do that before Camp Nano officially starts. We'll see where we get to. So 15 beats by the end of April. That is my Camp Nano goal. What I really want this project to be is a fun, fantastical way of communicating some of the science that I do on a daily basis, but also to give the reader some information about the illegal wildlife trade and how disastrous it is for our endangered species. And I want to inspire some empathy for these creatures that we are trading and depleting. And for me, the two things I really need for any successful nano event is an outline and community. I am hopeless without those two things. Discord groups, the support I get from you all watching and commenting and liking, and my writing group, my wonderful writing group that's there to cheer me on all the time, those are the only things that will get me through this month and any month, really, of writing. That being said, I am not going to beat myself up about Camp Nano. It's not worth my mental health. If I make my goal, that is wonderful, and I'm using kind of the collective community motivation of Camp Nano to motivate me, because I really do really badly want to write this episode. I'm so excited about it. But if I don't make it, that's okay. I want it to be fun. I don't want to stress myself out. I've just come out the other end of a really stressful period, and I don't need the extra stress. And Camp Nano, as much as I enjoy it, it's not worth my mental health. So that is if you were needing permission to not let Camp Nano dictate how you feel about yourself this month, this is it. This is your permission. That is your mushy gushy PSA about mental health and Camp Nano. Let me know down in the comments if you're participating in Camp Nano, what your project is, what your goal is. Are you doing page counts, word counts, chapter counts, time counts? What are you doing? Are you editing? Are you drafting? Are you writing a poem every day? I want to know. And that is all I have for you today. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post every Wednesday all about reading and writing ecofiction and how it can be used as a science communication tool. And some Mondays I post additional content when I manage to make some. If you like what I do and would like to support me, then head on over to patreon.com/Ecofictology and become a patron. Your monthly donation will buy me books and also support Love the Oceans, a marine conservation organization operating out of Mozambique. If you're looking for a bit of community around your ecofiction, both writing and reading and researching and playing and just all the different ways that you can consume ecofiction, then come and join us on our Discord server, Rewilding Our Stories. We'd love to have you. The invite link is in the description below. And off we go on our Camp Nano adventure. I will check in again with you soon, and I will see you next week, Ecofictologists. The exact structure of my outline eluded me for ages. I tried using the... Hi, seagulls.